Hello everybody, welcome to another Legend ZA ranked video. This is a video about Qwilfish, specifically Jotonian Qwilfish. I'm a big fan of Gen 1 and 2, and it was kind of interesting seeing that no one had been trying anything with Qwilfish. You'll definitely see Hisuian Qwilfish, and by definitely I mean I've seen two, but that's it. But I have seen absolutely none of our classic Johto flavored Qwilfish. So I decided to take my little puffball of doom out online and tell people, hey, you should watch out for this guy too. Not that anyone was watching out for Hisuian Qwilfish, but I did see two, which was really interesting. Anyways, let's get into the moveset. Okay, so for Qwilfish, we're going to be working with Crunch, Waterfall, and Gunk Shot, with Sword Stance for giving a big power boost that Qwilfish really needs. Crunch is there because I think that's probably the best coverage that he really gets. He unfortunately has a pretty limited move pool, and he needs dual stab in order to really deal out a lot of damage. But the good thing about this is that Gunk Shot is going to tell Xerneas to check himself before he wrecks himself. There's been a lot of times when we start off a match and Zern does not respect Qwilfish and just immediately gets Gunk Shotted, and it's a pretty much a guaranteed one shot. Or at least it's been whenever I've been playing online. I think people are forgetting to invest in HP, which is always very funny. And Waterfall is there because, of course, it's a great physical stab. It travels forward very far. I wish I'd gotten an alpha shiny Qwilfish, but it's fine. If anything, this also helps me avoid earthquakes from other Earthquake Happy Mons a little bit easier. But still, this with Sword Stance and Plus, Waterfall is going to one-shot Primal Groudon, which is always very, very funny. And Crunch, while it does not one-shot Golden Go and Mewtwo, it does actually get Mega Mewtwo Y. And that's always great. For stats, we're going to be running max attack and max physical defense. So this is just in order to more likely to survive earthquakes. You could go into max HP, but his defense is a little bit better, so it might be better just go with a defense. If you wanted to run special defense, I don't know what you actually survive, but you can always give it a shot. Either way, you can still survive Uncalm-Minded Thunderbolt from Kyogre. So even with this low special defense and HP, it's like, so I mean, I'll take that. Primal Kyogre, that is. And also, in order to boost the damage as high as it can go, we're running the Life Orb in order to give that 30% attack boost. And then I put the last bit into speed because yeah, every frame counts. For partners, we're going to be running a Glaceon. We're going to be running a full ice set with Ice Shard, Ice Beam, and Freeze Dry with Calm Mind, both for a little more survivability and for a little more damage. With Never Melt Ice, that 20% to all of our attacking moves. Honestly, we don't even really need to set up. You just to deal with any quad effective mons, and then the additional damage and survivability from Calm Mind is going to keep us up, even against some super effective attacks, like Heat Wave. But running a very simple set of max HP and max special attack with a Modest Nature, and a pretty standard Glaceon. Except instead of using Life Orb, we're going for Never Melt Ice. I honestly don't like Life Orb on Glaceon. I think Glaceon does enough damage on its own with Never Melt Ice. And if you're only bringing it out for super effective, you can always just put an Expert Belt and then replace Ice Shard with Quick Attack in order to deal with any Sash Mons. Honestly, you could also just get rid of Calm Mind and put Quick Attack there. Whatever works. Sometimes it's fun to have Ice Shard and get a long-range KO, and sometimes they're sashed and you just need to KO it quick. And our final teammate is going to be Ceruledge, running Stone Edge, Flare Blitz, Phantom Force, and Sword Stance. If you watched previous videos, this is the same set. It's all just going to be basic full HP, max attack with Expert Belt. This is also why I'm not running an Expert Belt on Glaceon. It's to help out get a little more extra damage. And that 20% definitely helps out, but for the most part, you can see the attack stats pretty great on its own. If you wanted to run a Focus Sash, you definitely could. Bitter Blade and Shadow Claw are really good in those areas. I like using Phantom Force in order to preserve a lot of HP with the teleporting, so you get some iframes. And Stone Edge is the backup to deal with the flying mons that Glaceon doesn't want to deal with. But yeah, massive damage. This is a very offense-heavy team. We pretty much get on the field, either boost up or go straight for an attack. And Protect might be good instead of Crunch, but there's been a lot of times where Crunch has just been pretty invaluable for Qwilfish. But still, if you want to play a little bit safer and hang on the field for a bit longer, Protect, I would definitely recommend replacing Crunch with a Protect. And same deal with Ceruledge. Stone Edge is an incredibly important move. So if anything, actually, I might recommend getting rid of Phantom Force for Protect. But, you know, that's always up to you. Stone Edge is just a lot of power. And it's super effective against so many different mons. That's really useful for Ceruledge to deal with. But let's get into the match. Okay, so our first match is going to be on Lake. I like leading with Qwilfish because as a featured mon, I really want to give Qwilfish a lot of opportunities in order to, you know, surprise people. Because a lot of people don't know how strong Qwilfish is after a single Sword Stance. Like, Sword Stance in the Waterfall would KO Charizard, but, you know, since that was already handled, Gunk Shot is pretty... It's not guaranteed, but it is a very high likelihood that it will KO. I switch over into Glaceon because, you know, with Melmetal over there, it's a lot more scary than me as a Glaceon. So they go ahead and handle that, and I handle the Marowak with no trouble. They have to swap, but I don't know about swapping over to Latios. It could just be, you know, one of those, oh, gotta swap now, gotta swap to anything, which I totally understand. Like, me, I should not have did Sword Stance. I should have just gone straight for the Waterfall, but sometimes it's better to just have your damage boost up. So, you know, like moments like this, like, oh, maybe I'll get an opportunity. It's like, and yeah, that works out. The regular Crunch, you know, without Sword Stance, probably wouldn't have KO'd. But Qwilfish has a Waterfall back up, doesn't need Sword Stance. It probably needed the Power Booster though. And here, my controller kind of goofs up. I got a new controller. It's very sensitive on L3 and R3, so sometimes I'm going to accidentally crouch. Oops. But yeah, I'm just trying to chase down the Volcanion, because, I don't know. At this point, like after losing Stone Edge, there wasn't really much of a point. But I still have my Sword Stance up, and I don't like Ambrose. So teach it teach it a lesson. With Ceruledge low on life, I just swap off. And yeah, now I'm just kind of like building meter. And I was very lucky to get that, the health there. I'm not quite sure like what was up with the Xerneas player. I don't know, maybe they're having like connectivity issues or something like that. So I just start dealing a little bit of damage, but then Metal comes in behind and just like, I can't fight that. So, sword stance up, and then I do not understand the scissor switch and not switching immediately, but I'll take it, sure. And yeah, no problem with Luster Purge, except I spawn in, I teleport back in on the Bone Meringue. So, good Boomerang. Can't really do anything about that. Not a whole lot of time left, so just chuck an Ice Shard. Boom. I love Ice Shard. But yep, that'll wrap it up. Qwilfish did a lot of good work, but yeah, you can definitely see that the team is really important in order to help Qwilfish kind of get where it needs to get. But yep, next map is here in Park. Once again, as a smaller map, it's both a blessing and a curse for Qwilfish, because Qwilfish needs a little bit of distance to set up the sword stance, but also, likes to be closer in. On a calm mind, I'm always a little cautious on like who's going to be targeting. With Park, you have a lot of people you need to watch out for. But with Gunk Shot, yep, boom. That little bit of damage was really important. Otherwise, I might not have gotten the KO. Things get really tricky. Yeah, when people have, cross-country internet connections, getting hit with a stupid wood hammer from that far away. Oh my gosh, Sarah Lich does so much damage. So much damage. And yeah, you can see the, I didn't see the Stone Edge, and I really just wanted to get the freeze dry on the Kyogre again. Oh well. Yep, gonna get a lot of KOs. And I'm just gonna... Yeah, I was trying to go for it, but I figured, like, after the Zeraora had spawned, I probably wasn't gonna get it. And that's an unfortunate swap for them. And I survived the nasty plot Surf from Golden Go. Really surprised about that. This is also like one of those, it is really hard to work when you're fighting international connections. Jeez. Like, on my side, it was totally fine. You went straight into the bench. But on their side, it was totally fine for them. Yeah, I went into Stone Edge there because I thought, oh, they, a Brave Bird, right? They'll go through and then Stone Edge will connect. And then they just died instead, so, or they swapped instead, so I was like, oh, okay. And, I don't know, seeing Earthquake again, it's just, people are running very strange Kyogres. Like, these mixed-sect Kyogres. I don't know, you can do whatever you want. But I am going to run Flare Blitz on my Sarah Lich. So, yeah, I wish I'd noticed that a little bit sooner. I could have gotten that before the bulk up got off, so I would have been able to KO with Qwilfish. But now I'm just kind of on a timer for Dig to go up, and that's fine. Yeah, getting up 9 big KOs. Qwilfish did a little bit of work, but it was definitely a Sarah Lich show. It's just, Sarah Lich is just a good mon. Okay, and the next one is going to be on Street Map. I'll say it again every single time. Man, I do not like this map. It always just depends on who your neighbor is, and if you're having a good time, they're probably having a terrible time. So, so this fight is kind of goofy, because, yeah, they just kind of, like, they could have won this like for free with a Glycopod, but I don't know why they wanted to you know, give me a tie. So yeah, then I just come back on Glaceon, and then it just, I forgot to wait 5 seconds. Yeah, the spawn protection kind of goofed me up a little bit there. And look how much damage I did. Jeez, resisted. Glycopod doesn't actually have very good special defense, but still, that was a lot of damage. Yeah, and I don't really want to fight them just yet. Because you know, I'm just gotta wait for my cooldowns. And now that I have Calm Mind back up, I'm able to just come on through here and just snipe this. I love Ice Shard so much, it's so funny. And I saw that the Dragonite player had spawned. I should have yeah, used Ice Beam because you know, they have Dragon Rush, and Ice Beam takes enough time where they come back down, they're gonna land into the Ice Beam. It always depends, but you know. But I see an opportunity for a Gunk Shot, and for some reason they go for yeah, Magical Leaf instead of just keep moving. So I switched over here instead of Glaceon, because sometimes the Zeraoras, they have close combat. This one has Play Rough instead. And then I didn't swap in time. The joy of international connection games. I play too late at night, so all I get are, you know, like Asian players. A little bit on me. But yeah. I just wanted to take that trade because I want to land a Gunk Shot. I want Sarah Led. It's like sorry, I want Qwilfish to do more work. And I think he deserves it. Ooh. So normally does, but that's Thunder. So yeah, normally survives Thunderbolt. That's Thunder. Not gonna take that. Sometimes you can dodge it. Sometimes the game said believed it. So I don't like taking that risk, especially when you have access to freeze dry. Unfortunately, the timer just runs a little too short. I'm trying to get a Swords Dance up into it. Swords Dance, Gunk Shot into Crunch. But I would have gotten KO'd anyways. So I guess it's better that the timer cut off really quick. But yeah, that time Qwilfish did a lot of work. Good job, little buddy. Alright, and we're cycling all the way back over to Lake Map. So the last thing you want to see is Mewtwo, and unfortunately you're going to always see a couple of Mewtwo's. Qwilfish has trouble against, yeah, Baxcalibur because they're usually packing Earthquake. So here, yeah, just waiting for the close combat to get that defense down. Don't know exactly why the Greninja player is you know, kind of messing with me. Clearly has other problems right now. But yeah, because they get distracted again, I can yeah, switch off with no problem. I'm trying to conserve you know, my Ice Beam, but I get baited out. So good job, although I guess they didn't notice that I went back to them again. Yeah, and I'd retreat because I don't want to give them anything, if possible. And I was really hoping that I could have gotten the double there, but just something about the alignment wasn't right. Not quite sure. You can never really be sure in this game, like where people really are. And I must have gotten Stone Edge off a lot sooner than I thought I did. Because dang, I didn't take any damage there. But yeah, need to swap off. Need to respect Mega Greninja. I didn't see close combat, so I went for a freeze try, and that was a little silly. Glaceon is definitely a strong mon, but yeah, getting hit by a close combat, it's not good. I've been seeing a lot of mixed Mewtwo's running around, which has been really interesting. Well, why did they swap to Scissor? I don't know. They run away immediately. I think they wanted to get the Mewtwo. Oh, right. It's because they didn't have any health. They didn't have any health on their Garchomp. That's understandable. And normally, you know, survive the quick no problem. But if there's a Greninja chasing you with a, yeah, you can't survive both that and both the Water Shuriken and Earthquake. So yeah, wanted to go for the defense booster, but yeah, just a little too far away. I wonder how close they are, because they're so dang far away from me. But yeah, they launched some Magnet Bombs, which caused me to, you know, not want to deal with them. Unfortunately, they're not going to swap off, so Phantom Force is going to do great. And I don't care anymore. Welcome to GameStop. I hope you enjoyed your trade. I am glad to see more Scissor players are running Knockoff. Knockoff is a way better move than like Night Slash. But yeah, maybe not the best to bring against a fire type mon. Okay, back on street map. Okay. Swampert, I really don't have a good answer to for Qwilfish. Glaceon obviously handles Swampert with no problem. I've been seeing a lot of both Psychic and Aqua Ring. I just really wanted to get a KO for Qwilfish, because usually when I see a Metagross, I'm probably not going to get to play Qwilfish, but I will hunt those moments down if I can. But yeah, my team has a great answer for him. You know, oh wow, that, yeah, you know, with Surledge, especially with Phantom Force, the defense booster is so good. But yeah, I just have to be really picky about when I go in and when I do not. And this is a great point for Qwilfish. So this is one positive about being the foreign player on an international connection. That Psychic definitely KO'd me well before I got to them, but the game just let me have it, so okay. Yeah, trying to launch a Gunk Shot, it's just, there's not really a whole lot that I can do into the field as is, so I'm just kind of looking for something, and that something is Surledge. Unfortunately, my brain didn't work for a second, and I decided to try and fight the Mega Excadrill. Don't do that with Qwilfish. They're usually running Drill Rush, and that's always going to win. And I focus Phantom Force the Phantom Forcing Surledge, which is always fun. And dang, that was just really unlucky for me. But yeah, just always seeing some weird, wild stuff like Focus Blast. That's crazy. What? And that was also really crazy. What a call to send them away, so they don't get hit by my freeze dry. And I don't know how much that was purposeful or not, but dang, that worked out really well for them. Good stuff. So I have to actually wait until like Glaceon gets damaged, so like I don't accidentally one-shot my own Surledge. And they got Mega Absol out now. So much damage, and I'm trying to play Runaway, but I really should have just gone for another attack because, you know, Phantom Force is incoming and I don't have anything. Yeah, so I Phantom Force back, just a little bit after they did theirs, I would have been able to avoid it, but it's whatever. It's it wouldn't have KO'd. And I come away with a big victory. And Qwilfish was able to do some good work. And we're back on street map again. You know, you only get 3 maps, so it is what it is. But this match is pretty interesting. So this is definitely the lowest KO match. Can you guess why by looking at the current players? Even though this is the match with the most Xerneases, oh gosh, these guys are running the toppest mons. So I really want Qwilfish to do some work here. I could have just gone straight for Gunk Shot, but you know, there's always just like, I really want to make sure that they are not moving. And I was really hoping, oh, they have some indecision there, like maybe now. So I have to pull some really quick swaps in order to not die. But Glaceon's paralyzed, low speed. I'm just kind of done at this point. It's like, sure, I could have swapped over Ceruledge for the Lucario, but they would have swapped off again. I was definitely just in a bad position. So, spawning now, where everyone is just kind of infighting, or like, fighting each other, and they're spawned all the way over there. I'm just looking for I was looking for the Zern to have taken a little bit of damage from my Gunk Shot, but at the time he didn't. But so now all I can really do is go for like trying to pick off the Lucario that has some missing health. But they megaed, so I'm gonna go for the one shot on the Zern. And yeah, for some reason they just completely ignore me and they go straight for Xerneas, so alright, sure. And then I use my expert camouflaging ability, which is hide behind the pole and hope they don't notice me. With both of them having the defense boost, I really didn't want to fight them. But now that it's starting to fade off, I can just chuck Gunk Shots into their backsides. And for some reason, they just don't really do anything about it. I'm wondering if any of them have, I know one of them, I guess both of them were physical Zern, so neither of them had good options for me, which I'm happy about. So Glaceon, to handle the Tatsuguri, but they swap off immediately as soon as I get the free try off, which makes sense. But yeah, the raid boss is active now. It's time to run around and let other people deal with this, because all I got is like Ceruledge, and it's got a defense and offense boost. God, it's so crazy. I'm also really surprised about the Hyper Beam there. But yeah, I can definitely take a Earthquake non-stab, no problems. And there goes the raid boss. And with that, that's gonna close up the match. You tell him, Glaceon. Yeah, really crazy match. Pretty high power, although maybe the movesets were a little wacky, but still, great match. Okay, I think I made a pretty compelling case for Qwilfish. It definitely is not a perfect mon. It's definitely one that you want to build a team around, but I think if you really want to run one, or at least give it a try, you'll be surprised on how much power it really has, especially in the current meta. It's really interesting how this dual restricted meta has let some lesser mons actually rise up in viability because of, hey, a water poison type. Oh, hey, Groudon, Primal Groudon and Xerneas both really do not like getting hit by, those two types. And it actually doesn't do too bad against Primal Kyogre either. It just really depends on, who sees who first. And if you wanted to, you could move the investments from physical defense into special defense. Honestly, his defenses are pretty lacking all around, so whatever you want to do. Still, set him up right, and he'll do some good work. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you're probably enjoying Pokopia, because I was definitely having trouble finding matches. I think everyone was just playing Pokopia instead, myself included. Anyways, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye!